It's ACDC time, guys. Academica. Let's do it. Every album ranked from 16 to number 1. First, I'm going to show you some of my own killer ACDC collection. Because I can. Plug me in. The box set. Ooh, yeah. Get it on Amazon. Probably about 30 quid now, 40, but look at that. Stickers. Absolutely amazing. It's got stickers in there, tour posters as seen in the background. Great, beautiful booklet. Buy it. Live at River Plate. That's where I've got this free shirt. Then you've got live at Donington. And then you've also got live in Germany. Uncle Brian had this on VHS. So it's a bit dear to my heart because it's the reason I wanted to go to download in Donington because of this DVD. Because I saw it on VHS when I was a kid, and he got me into ACDC. Anyway, let's do the albums. So at number 16, Fly on the Wall. More like shit on the wall. No, it's not a great album. It's just ACDC by numbers, and that's it. It's pretty poor production as well. At number 15, Blow Up Your Video. Or to blow up something. Again, few good songs. Heat Seeker, That's the Way I Want to Rock and Roll, Go Zone, Nick of Time, yeah. But again, ACDC by numbers, and not quite highly forgettable ACDC record. It really lacks ambition, this album. I don't like it much. There you go. Yeah, good light on it now. Blow Up Your Video. I like the cover though. I like that. It's cool. But that's pretty much about it on that album. Yeah. At number 14, Flick of the Switch. It's not as bad as people think. But I can understand why they want to turn it off. Phil Rudd there for you. Rising Power, This House is on Fire, Flick of the Switch, good. I like Landslide, Gun for Hire, good. Deep in the Hole, Bedlam in Belgium. There's a few good songs. I like Landslide, but yeah, there's not a lot, to be honest. Again, another highly forgettable in the lower tier of ACDC's back catalogue. Academica. Next, for those about to rock, We Salute You, however, not as much on this album. It's got that song which is absolutely fantastic, great closer. Night of the Long Knives. Night of the Long Knives. Great, love it. I Put the Finger on You. Snowballed. COD. Listen, I'll say they're the greatest hard rock band of all time, greatest boogie band. Some people will argue not rock and roll, blah, blah, blah. But I will say that the lyrics have always pissed people off and they're a bit, smoke me your gun and show us your teeth. I don't care, it's a bit seedy, all that, you know, Brian Johnson has that image. But, man, the band rock. Don't think you're listening to ACDC going, I can understand the interpretation of that, yes, it's a very, the way you thought about that lyric was very poignant, and yes, it expresses so much ambience. No, you're just like, whoa! And you just want to rock. This album doesn't do it. Night of the Long Knives is great, but apart from that, it's highly forgettable. Few good songs, but that is about it. Next, Dirty Deeds Done Cheap, and it sounds a bit cheap as well. It's a bit of a, yeah, underproduced, I'd say. Again, another one of those, sometimes when it's raw it's good, and I really like the cover on this though. Dirty Deeds Done Cheap, there you go. Dirty Deeds and they're done dirt cheap. This is at number 12. Big Balls, Rocker, Problem Child, yeah. Ride On. This is the only song where you could say it's possibly a ballad. the only one where they slipped in on you, but it's not. It's a great... This is an example of them doing a softish song, but still making it sound rootsy, gutsy and raw, and really authentic, and it's the ultimate just sort of like down and out pub slinger, you know, bar burner, but slow and really real. And that is my favourite song on this album by far. So yeah, at 12, Dirty Deeds Done Cheap. At number 11, and I'm glad I've got this cover of it, it's Work On Boss. Fantastic little album. Really is ambitious. Not original, which a lot of their albums aren't, I'll be honest. But in what it does it really well. Not as good as other albums in the new category, but it still has momentum and it has ACDC spirit, and I fucking love this cover. Look at that. It's like Def Leppard's Euphoria one, but yeah. The one-offs. This is why CDs are authentic, kids, because you can't do that on Spotify. Yeah. So that's at number 11, Rock or Bust. It's got ambition, it's got energy, and it deserves to be in there. At number 10, it's Ball Breaker. You breaking my balls? Good album. Love the cover. Yeah, definitely cool in moving into the 90s, and I love the marketing with Angus on all the covers. I think it's great. Symbolic. Hard as a Rock. Great on guitar. Cover You in Oil, The Fuhrer. Got some really good boogie and metallic riffs. Really sort of dark but cool. Honey Roll, Burning Alive, Hail Caesar. Ball Breaker's a good album. It's not a great album, but it's quite promising. There's some really good anthemic moments in this album, really arena-sized choruses, pretty much like the Razor's Edge in that vibe. They was really owning that. But next at number 9, which is I actually think is I could put as a better album, and it's only new, but we're going to go with Power Up. I just think it's got a new lease of life, this album. It's a fantastic AC/DC opus, this. Now, maybe it's too soon to put it above Ball Breaker, but right now I find it better. Ball Breaker ties off a bit, and the energy goes flat, whereas the energy on this album is absolutely fantastic. They sound really rejuvenated, and obviously the guitar is not there. It's still an ode without being nostalgic. It just sounds fresh and revitalised, and that's why it is at number 9. At number 8, this album is just a little better than Ball Breaker for me, and it's just got a fantastic Money talking the Razor's Edge. Beautiful little riffage in the Money Talks, Thunderstruck obviously, but it is better on Donington Live, which a lot of songs are better live on AC/DC, far better than the studio material. Money Talks, Fire Your Guns, Thunderstruck, just colossal. The Razor's Edge, the drumming on Thunderstruck is crazy, and Slade as well, the drummer, Chris Slade I think it is, absolutely really does help on the Donington Live DVD. He really does. Chris Slade, yeah, it is Chris Slade. I just didn't want to be wrong, you know, sound like a dickhead, but I do anyway. But Chris Slade, yeah, he really helps this live DVD. His drumming is just so tight and crisp and ultra powerful. He really has the power. Phil Rudd's more the groove, but Chris Slade is so fucking machine studio sound and big, and his drumming on this is absolutely fantastic. And on this album, it is, I don't know if he's on this, but he takes the songs from this and makes them really well on the album, on the Donington. The Razor's Edge, great. Are You Ready? Are you ready for a good time? Oh, are you ready for a good time? Great. Shot of Love, great album. It's got some great anthems, this, and the Razor's Edge. It's colossal DC, just before they've dipped a bit. At number 7, surprisingly, people are going to shoot me. What, above Razor's Edge and Ball Breaker? You're damn right, Sroof. Put a shrimp on that, Bobby. Now go and get me a fatting Foster's. I sounded more Cockney. I sounded like Charlie Unman doing a Cockney accent in Green Street. That was shit. Anyway, Stiff Upper Lip is at number 7. I love the cover, but I love the feel of this album. I think it's just brilliant album at times. The grooves are brilliant, the boogie's brilliant, it's good time, it's tapping, and every song is quite strong. There's some really slick little funky riffs in here, like in Damned. If you play guitar, you'll get it. It's got a really nice riffs, Come and Get It. House of Jazz, Hold Me Back. Can't hold me back. Safe in New York City. Can't Stand Still, I love. Like Ballbreaker and Razor's Edge with a Thunderstruck vibes, but it really just moulds into a band just happy being mature and aging like a fine wine on this. I think Stiff Upper Lip fucking rules, man. Meltdown. It's got some really good rootsy shit in this. Stiff Upper Lip, obviously the song. Like a dog in the flame. Your baby will say, I need a stiff upper lip and a shoot from the hip. Excellent. Safe in New York City's great. Can't Stop Rock and Roll. Sounds like Twisted Sister a bit. Satellite Blues. I'm going to listen to this later. Can't wait. That's at number 7. At number 6 was an album that is like Power Up and Rock or Bust for the new age, but absolutely, it's better than Stiff Upper Lip for me. It's Black Ice. Man, Black Ice is great. Rock and Roll Train. Running down on the train. You got a rock away train. Excellent. Love it. Skies on Fire, Big Jack, War Machine, Disciple, Rock and Roll Dream, Rocking All the Way. Black Ice is kick-ass, and Black Ice at the end as well. You don't get many ACDC albums without filler, but this fucking rocks. Again, vibrant, rejuvenated, energised, and just doing what we do best, sticking to it and saying, have some more ACDC class. Love this album, Black Ice. Which takes us to 5 now. The reason this is so high up is because maybe it could be lower in the list and I've just got excited. So, you know what? Fuck it. I'm reversing my decision. I'm going to put this below Black Ice. It's High Voltage. I'm going to put this at number 6 and Black Ice at number 5. I don't often do this on Hughesy Plays. This is a first where I just change it midway. It's a new experience. But High Voltage goes before Black Ice. Rock and Roll Singer is A Long Way to the Top. Great. TNT, Livewire, Little Lover, She's Got Balls, High Voltage song. Yeah, I just like the rawness of this album. And I love Long Way to the Top. Maybe this is a little too far up in the list, and I'm like, you know what, it is. It's too far up. I'm gonna put it above Rock or Bust at number 10, and then just move it that way. Sorry, I don't often do this, but I've changed my mind on High Voltage. I don't know why I had it so far up. Maybe it's because I wanted to sound cool and like old school. I like a few songs on it. So that's gone down and everything else has gone up. So number 4, nothing's changed apart from the fact that Black Ice is now at number 5. And it's just reversed a bit. At number 4, Highway to Hell. And again, Touch Too Much. Girls Got Rhythm, Walk All Over You, Beating Around the Bush. Fuck's sake. Shot Down in Flames, Get It Hot, If You Want Blood You've Got It. Love Hungry Man. Night Prowler. Yeah, Dark, Seed It, and we all know about Stalker and Night Prowler, yeah. If you watch it on Netflix, the documentary, and an ACDC fan, basically got his tag name through this sort of adulation for DC. He had the hat and the song went hand in hand, so it has hidden connotations, not in the actual song, but you get it because of the connection, and you can't help that. No, it doesn't stand for adult child, fucking deaf child. If it did, they'd have something satanic or something. It stands for you. It stands for Angus cares adult. It stands for absolute cunts, dicks, cunts. If you think it stands for adult child, deaf child, Angus. You just, I don't know, man. I don't know what it stands for. A child does cheer. A celebration. Do cheer. Whatever, I don't know. ACDC, whatever it stands for. I don't care. Highway to Hell is fantastic at number 4. Let There Be Rock is at number 3, guys, and it has Overdose, which I love this album song. Dog Eat Dog, Let There Be Rock, Problem Child, Overdose, Hell Ain't a Bad Place to Be, Whole Lot of Rosie. From Problem Child to Whole Lot of Rosie, you just got Stonewall classics. Hell Ain't a Bad Place to Be. Dun, 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 dun. Love playing it on guitar. Whole Lot of Rosie, Bad Boogie, fantastic. Really raw this. Go down, 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 ooh yeah. Dog Eat Dog, Let There Be Rock. It's got the boogie, obviously Bad Boy Boogie, Problem Child. So authentic, so raw, so real, so kick-ass. Which takes us to number 2. And it's going to shock a lot of people. Now, you know the 2 albums that are here, but the one that's going at number 2 is Back in Black. I think it's the biggest selling album ever, just behind Thriller. Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell and all. Best selling album ever. It's in the top 3. And ACDC do top the shirt sales. They are the number 1 shirt sales band ever. So, of all genres, people just like ACDC shirts. You can understand why. I like this because it was free, but I love the other shirts as well because they rock. I think it's because they look cool and that's it. Anyway, Back in Black is a superb album. Right from Hell's Bells, the tribute to Bon Scott, Shoot to Thrill. Just the whole direction of this, the pies, Do What You Do for Honey, Giving the Dog a Bone, Let Me Put Love Into You, Back in Black, the song, You Shook Me All Night Long. There's so many big songs on this. I just think it goes down though with Shake a Leg. Shake a Leg, bit iffy with that. Have a Drink on Me. But apart from that, Giving the Dog a Bone, What Do You Do for Me Honey, Honey, what do you do for money? Shoot to Thrill, Hell's Bound, Rolling Thunder, I'm pouring rain, I'm coming home like a hurricane. Back in Black, Let Me Put My Love Into You, babe. Absolutely great, Let Me Put My Love Into You. You Shook Me All Night Fucking Long, man. Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution. What an album. Absolutely colossal. It is at number 2 because it's better than all the other albums. It's not my favourite in the list, and the album that's going number 1, I'll tell you why. But this album is probably the greatest, one of the greatest hard rock albums ever. Or rock albums. The production, the perfection. Brian Johnson absolutely soars. It's an absolutely fitting tribute, and everything about it is just brilliant. Back in Black, which takes us to number 1. Power Age. It's one of the first I bought on CD for that not for that reason, but I just love the licks on this album. Rock and Roll Damnation, love playing it. Down Payment Blues. It's so fucking raw, but the licks are colossal. Give Me a Bullet, Riff Raff, Sin City, and then even songs like What's Next to the Moon. It's just really, really, really aggressive and rootsy. And this is the most, for me, violent ACDC got and energised while still sticking to them licks. The licks on this, on Gone Shooting, Down Payment Blues, Sin City, especially Rock and Roll Damnation, it's like, it reminds me of Quo as well, and it just makes you move, and it's proper rock and roll. Gone Shooting is absolutely magnificent. You can hear the amp, like, you can hear the feedback, it's great. It's really loud. Up to My Neck in You. Yeah, I mean, up to my neck in me. Kicked in the teeth. It's just, all of it is just an absolutely fantastic boogie record. It doesn't let up from start to finish. Even the songs where, like, Give Me a Bullet, it goes down. Down Payment Blues, the structure of that. Quiet, loud. That was Quo, that was ACDC. Nirvana nicked it off them. They would start low and then boom. Rock and Roll Damnation, What's Next to the Moon, Gone Shooting. This album is absolutely superb. I love even CD there, Atlantic. Look at that. And this is Bon Scott was off, like, both are great, man. Both are great. Brian Johnson has cadence. Bon Scott was more what you see is what you get. But Brian Johnson is still what you see is what you get. They're both screamers. They're both really good singers. And I don't get the hate. Like, it's nothing to do with that. That's not influenced my decision. I just think the songs on this just outweigh the songs on this in terms of, well, all the way through. I find this much more of an enjoyable, full throttle, authentic journey. And I find this an absolutely brilliant anthemic album. It has areas of this, but for me, this I just enjoy listening to more. It's the best way I can put it. Rock and Roll Damnation, Down Payment Blues, Give Me a Bullet, Riff Raff. I like that less actually the more I listen to it. There's better songs. I love Sin City. Mama, we're in Sin City. We're down tonight, I'm going. Yeah, drop down there. What's Next to the Moon, Love. Two-Face Woman with your two-face lies. Just the breakdowns, the whole stop, start, the dinginess. It's just, authenticity always prevails with me when the energy matches. When the energy matches the talent, you've got, like I said with Quo, my Quovid ranking 7k nearly now, so hopefully I can do it with this. It's like the George Best, like, you know, that you can't beat that natural. It sounds like they like a few drinks on this album. You can smell the beer. You know what I mean? You can smell it. You can smell all the seed. You can smell the rock and roll on this album, and you can definitely fucking hear it because the amps are like huge, and the groove and the licks and the timing and the songs and the lyrics are less cheesy on this because they're more about the lifestyle of rock and roll. Obviously, been around the block, the dirge, as opposed to this, which is still more sexual connotations, and it still has Back in Black, but song for song, I just think this wins for me. I just love the production, and I'm going to shut up because I've gone on for a while. Power Rage tops my list. I just forever love it. It's a great guitar album, and the energy and the dirginess and the authenticity and the rawness just really shines through. And the licks and the grooves, and the rhythm and blues, Malcolm and Angus. I think this is ACDC in peak territory. And argue with me with Highway to Hell and Let There Be Rock, but I just think this is them at their most ferocious. And if one album where you said, what would you sum up ACDC? Licks, tricks, flicks, kicks, rock and roll, the lot. This has got it. It's got the high notes, it's got the sing-alongs, but it's got, just got that dirge, that sort of really grimy sound to it as well, which I love, and it kicks ass. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Subscribe to Hughesy Plays, or don't. Tell me what you thought. What is your number one ACDC album, guys? What's your worst? What's your best? I changed the order. High Voltage sunk a bit, Don't mess the order up, it just puts that below all the other albums. So, we'll go 1 Power Rage, 2 Back in Black, 3 Let There Be Rock, 4 Highway to Hell, 5 Black Ice, 6 Stiff Upper Lip, 7 The Razor's Edge, 8 Power Up, 9 Ball Breaker, 10 Rock or Bust, 11 High Voltage, 12 Dirty D's Done Cheap, 13 For Those About to Rock, 14 Flick of the Switch, 15 Blow Up Your Video, and 16 Fly on the Wall. Peace out. It's been a pleasure. It's been an absolute honour doing this. Tell me what you thought. Subscribe to Hughesy Plays. Have a great day. Take care. And I am out. I'm going to go and listen to Stiff Upper Lip, actually, and then put Power Rage on later.